Well, welcome back to Cityline. With me, I have a delightful individual on the couch who makes a huge difference in the city of Tacoma, and we're about ready to talk about that. For several years, Donna Duvall, who is the chair of public outreach for the Tacoma Area Literacy Council, has been solving lots of problems in our city and helping people do one of the most wonderful things we can do, and that's learn how to read. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amanda.
So since 1968, oh my gosh, Tacoma Area Literacy Council, we're going to call it Talc.
Correct.
For short, have been tutoring adults in Tacoma. What motivated those founders 54 years ago to start this organization?
Mabel and Margaret.
The M&Ms.
The M&Ms. These women attended a speech given by Dr. Oh, goodness sakes, I'm going to space on his name.
It'll come back to you in just a second.
Anyway, they went to a speech about each one teach one, yes. And they were inspired. They saw such a need in Tacoma. Frank Laubach.
See, I told you.
Yeah, senior moment. And they decided, we need to do this. They reached out through their network of community, church, and friends, and pretty soon they had a program up and going that has continued, all volunteer, for all these years.
Oh my gosh, that is such an incredible story. Now I have to look up those women because now I want to know more about them.
And there are some very interesting articles about them in past issues of the Tacoma News-Tribune.
Oh, I bet.
They were out there promoting, just like I am today.
That's right.
You know, in a completely different media, but they were out spreading the word.
So how has Talc, which focuses mainly on one-to-one in-person tutoring, which I think that's how tutoring should be in its most effective form, how has it coped with the challenges of the pandemic? Because now, during the pandemic, you couldn't sit here with me with flashcards and help me sound out vowel sounds. So, and then, did you do it in terms of Zooming?
Amazingly, there is a huge silver lining for Talc. We did, I mean, we were all, like the whole world,
in shock.
Put back on our heels going, okay, we can't do this. Our students were scared, our tutors were scared. But as time passed and everybody sort of got their feet under them, the silver lining for Talc is that we have discovered the beauty of technology, and many of our tutors are doing online tutoring.
Wow.
WhatsApp, Zoom.
Yes, Teams, all of those ones.
FaceTime.
Yes.
And so they've discovered, I don't have to get in my car and go meet somebody. We can be super flexible. We can meet the students when they're ready. And, you know, when their kids are sick, maybe we can delay the lesson a little bit. Mm-hmm. Lots of benefits.
Who would have thought?
Exactly. And we are rebuilding, of course. We had students drift away. We had tutors drift away. But now we have students coming back. We have a waiting list again. And so we need fresh tutors.
That is, boy, that is a happy ending if I ever heard, in terms of how the pandemic made something better.
It did.
Yeah, it did. So when you think about what sets Talc tutoring apart from other language instructions programs here in Tacoma, if we know somebody who needs help, they've just moved here from, let's say the Ukraine, and they don't know the language, what sets this? Why should they choose Talc to learn how to read and write in English?
Well, there are lots of wonderful programs in Tacoma. We have terrific community college programs.
We do.
The community house does a fabulous job.
Yes.
They offer classes. Not everybody can attend a class.
Right.
They have kids, they have a job, they have restrictions. They can't physically get there on a regular basis. Talc offers flexibility. We offer exactly what the student needs, because we're not going to do a prescribed set of instruction. We're going to say, well, what do you currently know?
Right.
And what can we add to that? What is your goal? We're going to teach to that goal. So
I love that. So how do adults wanting tutoring find Talc? I mean, we've been showing a website across that beautiful face. Is that how they hook up with the organization and get on that wait list?
well, I do a lot of, as the public outreach officer, we've developed a lot of physical flyers
Yes.
that I have had translated into a variety of languages
bet.
now. I do have a Ukrainian one, Russian. I even have one in Farsi because we were anticipating some Afghan
Yes.
refugees as well in the area. We have Vietnamese, we have Chinese, we have Spanish, of course. And those flyers go up in community centers and at the school district level and through our community partners. And then libraries, our biggest partner. Our biggest partner. And the Pierce County Libraries, Tacoma Libraries, they try and get the word out. And then, ironically enough, most of our students come through us word of mouth. Somebody starts with a tutor, and they tell their friends and their coworkers, and then pretty soon, everybody at their workplace is signing up.
I love that. So let's talk about what is the process for becoming a tutor, and are there special requirements? Because I'm sitting here going, I love to read. I was a hooked on phonics kid. I mean, I grew up in a reading family, and what a more wonderful gift to give somebody than to say, I helped them learn how to read. So tell me about the process. How do I get involved?
The Tacoma Area Literacy Council does tutor training twice a year. Okay. There are no special requirements other than you know how to read and write and speak English. And we give 15 hours of instruction. We do two in-person days. And then we do, in partnership with the Portland Literacy Council. I didn't want to say their name wrong.
That's okay. That's all right, my dear.
Portland Literacy Council, we do 6 online training sessions that give you a terrific background in tutoring an adult, because that's unique.
It is. Boy, and that video, I don't want to interrupt you, that video, if that doesn't sell the program besides the look in your eyes, I don't know what does. That was amazing to watch that.
Our tutors are so fabulous.
So if somebody wants to volunteer, they need to get a hold of you.
They just need to go to our website, tacomaliteracy.org, and you can learn about tutoring and learn about our upcoming tutor training. We do it in the spring and fall. We have fall coming up. We do have some openings.
Look at that.
So, yeah.
Well, that makes me want to just step in and do that with them. So what have tutors shared about their tutoring experience with you, Donna?
Oh, so many terrific stories about how much they've learned about themselves and about the English language.
Yes.
It's like, oh my goodness.
I didn't know.
Oh yes, that is called an article. Oh yes, prepositions. Oh goodness, past tense. It's so hard to explain. We had a student recently that needed his tutor to explain baseball to him because he couldn't speak to the people that he worked with because he didn't understand baseball, and that's what they were talking about.
Yes.
And you think about it, you go, gives you a new perspective.
It sure does.
On the American experience.
Exactly.
So
when we think about how do you, because you mentioned baseball, how do you determine what that person who is wanting to learn English needs? How do you interview them?
Well, we have a placement process that we teach tutors to use, but a lot of it's just intuition of like, well, what are they struggling with?
Right.
And what are they telling me they want to be able to do?
There we go.
Exactly.
That's that question, because I believe that everybody universally can tell you what they want at any given moment. We just need to listen deep enough to hear it.
And sometimes their goal is they want it all. You know, we all want it all. I really want to learn how to speak well and read well and write well. But then you break that down for them and go, well, what do you need right now?
Baseball.
I need to know how baseball works.
Right.
Or I need to know how to ask a question at the grocery store.
Right. Or fill my prescription. Or what does it mean when they say this? And in my language, this means this. So I'm sitting here thinking, wow, this is such a beautiful win-win, because how much does the tutoree and the tutor, they learn from each other. It's very symbiotic, isn't it?
It is. It is. You've learned so much about yourself. You learn so
Yes.
much about your student. They teach you.
Oh, I love that. And you get to learn about their culture, their family, why they're here, and how to work Costco.
Exactly. Or how to negotiate the school website. Or
Exactly.
how to make a doctor's appointment.
All
or
of that.
how to order something at the feed store for your chickens.
Or how do I work the transit system? All of those things are so important. And I know that I take them for granted on a daily basis when I look at people and I think, oh my God, until I travel and then I'm in their shoes, then I come back a better citizen of Tacoma. Speaking of that, in this last 30 seconds, who do you need to thank for this wonderful program?
Oh, all of the tutors that have gone before me, our fabulous board of directors, and just the dedication that the volunteers have shown through the pandemic. And
54 years.
yes, so much inspiration. And I have to do a huge shout out to, we have a retiring, we're so sad to lose her, 24 years with the organization. Ruth Anderson is leaving us.
Oh, Ruth, thank you.
She has been an inspiration and a terrific mentor for years.
You are also that. So thank you so much
Thank
for being
you.
here. And I want you back on the couch. And when we're able to have more people on the couch, I'd love to have one of your students on the couch. So we're going to work on that, okay?
Yes, definitely.
Donna, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, Brenda Nelson's on the couch next from Hilltop Action Coalition. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back. You.